Hi everyone, it's Alex. Welcome to our Facebook Live mini-series, The Ultimate Guide to Surviving the Holidays When You Can't Stand Your Spouse. I'm Alexandra Getze, attorney and owner of the law firm Alexandra Getze Family Law in Dallas, Texas. We are a law firm dedicated to helping women who are struggling in their marriages find the confidence that they need to regain control over their lives. So today's topic is going to be embrace your inner hermit. So this time of year gets really busy, and especially when you're already under a stressful situation at home, adding to that stress by going to all the social functions and gatherings that we're invited to can just be overwhelming. You know, you can get stretched thin by going and being a social butterfly. So other things that happen is, keeping up appearances during this time can be very difficult. So by going to more and more functions and parties, you're having to keep your inner emotions kind of bottled up, and that's not a healthy thing to do. And you're working on keeping up appearances to everyone else, adding to your stress and the burden that you carry. You also have the opportunities. By each time you go to an event or you're talking to people, you have more and more opportunities of blurting out your plans for a divorce. So if you are thinking about a divorce, or if you're pre-divorce planning and working with your attorney to implement something, if you can't stand your spouse, blurting out stuff like that, the more functions you go to, the more opportunities there are for those kinds of little slip-ups. So we are here today talking about it is okay to say no to the parties. Give yourself permission to say no. Go to the parties that you just want to go to. Do the events that you just want to do. And if you don't want to do any, that's okay too. And give yourself permission to do that. You also have family gatherings and family members that may be staying with you during the holidays, and that could be adding to the stress and keeping up appearances and all this overwhelmingness. So telling them maybe to go elsewhere, helping them be accommodated elsewhere, or trying to shorten their stay, give yourself permission to do that as well. That's okay too. You're going through a very difficult, stressful time, and it's okay to find ways to help alleviate some of that stress. You deserve it just like anybody else does. So we know that being a hermit can reduce your stress levels. So those are kind of, so what we wanted to talk, we sort of came up with 4 ways, what did we call it? 4 things that rock about being a hermit. So if, knowing that being a hermit will reduce your stress a little bit is not working for you, then we came up with 4 little ways that maybe you didn't think of that being a hermit can actually be a benefit. So the first one is, it saves you money. Who knew, right? But think about it. I mean, if you're not going to all the functions, if you're not going to social gatherings, if you're not driving people around, you've got, you're saving money on gas, you're saving money on holiday gifts, you're saving money on dining out, you're saving money on clothing and having to buy new outfits and jewelry and all this stuff. So you save money by being a hermit. Benefit number 2 is you do things that you want to do. So by saying no to the things that you don't want to do, you're prioritizing the things that you really want to do, and you focus on those things. The things that you want to do will help bring you joy. The things that you don't want to do obviously stress you out, so you don't do them. And so you're prioritizing the things and giving yourself the flexibility to do that. Tip number 3, you're more comfortable. If you're not going to parties and stuff, you get to wear what you want. I have 2 words for you. Yoga pants. So enough said, right? The 4th benefit is life slows down a little bit. So if you are not going to all the events, stressing and worrying about all this stuff, you get to pick and choose the things that you go to, and then that gives you time to enjoy. I mean, the holiday season just zooms by. And how many times has it been just after the holidays and you think back and you're like, oh, I really didn't take the time to enjoy my kids. I didn't take the time to enjoy, those special moments. So by prioritizing what's really important to you and just going to those things, and it allows you more time and more freedom to enjoy the things that really bring you happiness and joy during this holiday season. And that's important, especially when you're in a stressful situation at home. Also, when we talk about being a hermit, we want to point out that that also means social media and texts. So stop text messaging everybody, you know, just for a little while. Get off of social media just for a little while, and be a hermit in those respects too, because you just need that downtime sometimes to recover. And so that you're not stressing out about and comparing yourself to others, or allowing that communication from others to come and stress you out. So being a hermit in that respect too is also what we're talking about. And lastly, if you have people in your life that judge you for being a hermit, I'm telling you, you need to reevaluate those relationships, because we all need time to ourselves. And if there's people who are just sucking the life out of you, if they're criticizing you, judging you for wanting that time alone to nurture yourself, then you need to think twice about whether or not those are people that need to be in your life. And if they are friends and family that are very close to you, again, kind of reevaluate your relationship and how that's structured. You may not be able to cut them out, which we're not advocating for necessarily, but you need to reevaluate your relationship with that person and see if you can structure it in a more positive way. So today's Facebook Live episode was a little bit shorter than usual. That's all I've got today. Join us again next Tuesday. It will be our last Facebook Live event of the series, and I believe it's called Where There's a Will, There's a Way. And remember, don't spend another holiday season hating your spouse. Empower yourself instead and live a life that you love. You can find more about us on familylawdfw.com. That's also our our Instagram handle and our Facebook handle. Again, we're in Dallas, Texas, familylawdfw.com, and we hope to see you in the next episode. Bye.